what's a first kiss like? How do you deal with cramps? Domestic is like, it's like what the hell? It's like something around something homish. Tips for sharing a room with other girls. I'm going into college soon and I'm going to have roommates in my hostel. Whew. First of all, first and foremost, I've never lived in an hostel before, but I have lived with strangers that I did not know. Sometimes in 2019, I went for this competition. As you can see, WSICE, it's Wale Soyinka International Cultural Exchange, something like that. In this competition, went for Wale Soyinka's birthday, and so it was his 85th birthday, and they just gathered students to come and celebrate with him. It was 85. They took 85 students from my school. There were only just 2 students, I and the senior girl in my school, and we were not close. As at that time I was in SHS 1, so we were not close. And plus, they do not put students in the same school together because they want you to have more experience. So the people that they lodged me with, there are 3 girls. 3 girls that I do not know. So we were 4 in the room. How did we cope? First of all, the first day, the first hour we were together, we set the rules, and I think that will work for you when you go to your hostel. State your rules. Don't do this to me. Don't do that to me. I don't want to hear this word. I don't want to hear that word. Don't take my clothes. Don't do this. Just state your rules, your do's and don'ts, and let everybody state theirs and be frank and be honest with it. If anybody breaks it, let there be punishment for it. Although we only spent 3 days together, like I guess 2 nights, if I'm not wrong, like Friday night to Saturday morning, Saturday night to Sunday morning. Yes, 2 nights. I only spent 2 nights together, 3 days, 2 nights. And it was so much fun, but it wasn't even complete night because on like Sunday nights we went to party, and man, my eyes saw things. Anyways, it's not always so good. First of all, state your rules and everybody should live by it, and then create a gap. While you have to be friends with them, also make sure that when you're serious, they know that you're serious. Have times that, hey, why did you touch it? And let there be punishment for every misbehavior. And make sure you're not breaking other people's rule too, so that they won't break your rule. I don't know so much about living with people, but just try. And you guys should try and communicate. If somebody offends you in your hostel, try and talk it out. I realize communication is everything we need in this world, honestly. Recently, there's been so much talk about being a hard girl, and most people are afraid to be vulnerable. What do you think of vulnerability in friendship? I don't think there's any harm in being vulnerable in friendship. It's all about who you're friends with. If you feel your friend is toxic, run. And make sure that you're very sure that person is toxic. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable in a friendship, but it's also not bad to be an hard girl. I think the mix of both of them will just be good. So sometimes you're the hard girl and sometimes you're the vulnerable person. It's always good that way. So just try and balance things. When you don't want something, make sure you stand on your ground. Oh, this next question actually links it. When you do not want something and and someone else wants you to do it, how do you stand your ground? When you want to do something, when you do not want to do something and then somebody else wants you to do it and it's hard for you to stand your ground, first of all, do not give them a reason why you're not doing that thing. Let's go on a date, for example, and you're like, no, I don't want to go, and they're like, why? If you know and you're very sure that you do not want to go, please don't give any excuses. Just stand there on your ground. If this advice spoils your relationship, I'm sorry. But it has worked for me, honestly. If you don't want to do something and then somebody is pressuring you to do it, simply don't give them any excuses for why you're not doing it. Just I beg, free me. I'm not doing it, that's a period. Because they will always try to tackle that reason that you have given. I don't know, there'll just be something to like bubble you and you just do it. So don't give any excuses. When you don't want to do something, be plain with it. I'm not doing it and I'm not doing it, and that's a period. If you don't like it, then you can walk away. I said it. Thank you. talk about teenage love. Woo! Teenage love is nonsense. Honestly, I asked this teenage girl, why are you dating? Not in my video actually. This girl I just met on the street. Why are you dating this guy that you're dating? And she said, for the experience. And I'm like, really? Experience? And that's why you're putting yourself through this nonsense. I'm like, okay, for the experience. So what are you guys doing that is making you gain experience? She's like, nothing. And she was like, she doesn't even have a phone. Damn, you don't even have a phone. So like, you guys don't even communicate. And she's like, yeah, well, like, I was like, okay, so when was the last time you saw him? She was like 3 weeks ago. Like, really? And you are dating? Why? Like, why? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any freaking sense. Why are you doing it? What led us to that? Teenage love. Teenage love is nonsense. So far, I haven't seen any teenage relationship that I envy and or I admire. The only one I saw, they're no longer teenagers. They're not 20 and 22, so they're no longer teenagers. The other people that I know that they're adults now, they're talking about love of when they were teenagers. Everybody are always saying, I wish I knew better. I wish I knew better. Hey, what was I doing at that time? They're always regretting it. So why then should you keep doing things that people keep regretting? Oh, stretch. Yeah. Next, talk about work. So I did a video where I pranked y'all that I failed work. I actually didn't fail work, so I don't know what about work. I just feel like how can you pass work if that way you're asking? Read, sister, read. Just read, focus, read. Leave boys, leave books, leave boys, leave social media for a while. It'll be worth it. You will have time for it. Focus on what you have to focus on, and then later you can do other things like what I'm doing now. Focus on your exams so that when you come to YouTube, you're like, I passed my exams. What do you think of female being enemies to other female? It's wrong. Because okay, as she said, do you think it's true? Yes, it is very true. But it's actually very wrong. Because why should you be enemies with your fellow women, your fellow gender? I thought it is women supporting women. When did it become women fighting women? It's not right. Try to be nice to that fellow woman. And hey, do you know that when ladies fight, it's always hotter than when lady and guy fight or when guys fight? The reason is this: ladies are known for leading the gossip group and leading the malice group. So when both of them are ladies, this one is keeping gossip and this other person is also this person is keeping malice and the other person is also keeping malice. Malice plus malice, it makes no right. So it's always very hard for them to settle their disputes, even though they don't go physical on each other like guys do. Their mind, the malice that ladies keep in their mind, that you ladies keep in your mind, I'm so scared of y'all. Hey, sometimes I'm like, I'm not a lady because I don't know, I don't do those things that people are doing. I don't do them. Leave me, Joe. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Most girls don't have good relationship with their parents. What method do you suggest and can improve this? First of all, their parents. If you happen to stumble on this video, give your child an opportunity to express themselves to you. The thing is, most parents don't even know that. They don't know a lot about their kids. A lot of parents do not realize that. But I'm so sure that by the time you allow that teenager of yours or that child of yours to talk about themselves or to express themselves freely, you definitely do learn a lot from them. Their parents, please do not be scared to ask your child how they are doing, and not for how are you doing. Okay, good morning, how are you? No, genuinely, Anita, how are you doing? Maniola, how are you doing? Ask your child, then genuinely, and ask in the right time when they're ready to talk. Parents, it's not all about giving birth. It also goes down to psychological listening. Is that a word? Psychological understanding of your child, to understand them. And for you, if your parent is not watching this video, try as much as possible to communicate to them. It's hard, I know, especially to the fathers. They're busy. I know everybody's busy trying to make ends meet for you. Just try to be communicative enough. Start from the little talks. This happened today, even though they're not asking you. This is what happened today. I met this person today. As little as that, it go a long way. Okay. Cause time. Next, how do you think people can sustain friendship longer? I don't know. Communicate, talk it out. Whenever there's an argument, communicate, say it to each other, talk about it, and then have money. If you have money, your friendship will last. I said it. Only if you have good friends and you have money, talk about it. Talk about things where there are things to talk about. Don't keep any malice in your mind. Be open-minded and be sincere with each other. It will work. Try it. If it doesn't work, come and sue me. Do you have any tip for making new friends? I wish you know how bad I am at that, but I think it all starts with compliments. There's nobody that doesn't like compliments. Everyone loves compliments a lot, and people love people who compliment them. So if you're trying to make new friends, just give out compliments like you're giving out sweets. You look so pretty. I saw you last week, you were looking all good. How are you doing? Just check on people, compliment them. It goes a long way. Honestly, it does. What do you think about the recent way of cutting people off? People always call others toxic. Yes, I believe that they have a reason for calling these people toxic. If they're bringing too much drama in your life, or if they're not benefiting, if they're withdrawing virtues from you, you should definitely cut them off. Compliments me. I'm listening. Should I say should be complimenting people? Compliments me now. That's so cute. Next, how do you balance social media with real life? I don't have a problem with that. First of all, because I'm not a big person on social media yet. 2, data is very expensive, and I'm not working, so there's no way I can be online all the time. I manage my data. That's another way you balance social media with real life. 3, always have it in mind that social media is not real life, and that way you can control what you keep in your mind. Those 3 things will work, especially that data part. I can't imagine. I'm suffering from hair loss. Is there any tip? I once had alopecia areata, and I made a video of how I grew my hair back from alopecia areata. Do check it out here. I feel like I already said everything in that video, but any tips for your hair loss? Your hair loss might not be alopecia, but you might just want to check out the video. But be intentional about your hair. Make sure that you check all your products you are using. Make sure there's no one that your hair is reacting to. Then see your doctor if it persists, or try egg growth oils or egg growth products. Basically, if you want me to recommend any, let me know. If you want to see my hair care routine, let me know. Okay. And our last question before we end this video, please, if you have not subscribed, quickly go and subscribe to my channel. I'm waiting for you. I'm still waiting. Just hit subscribe. Have you done it? Okay, thank you. Our last question is, what is your skincare and hair routine? I don't have any routine for my skincare routine. I just go with the flow for now. When I have money, I'll do skincare routine. But hair care routine, I do have an hair care routine, and if you want to see the video, go ahead now to the comment section so that you won't forget, and let me know that you want to see my hair care routine, and I'll gladly make a video for you. That being said, thank you for watching this video. See you all in my next video. Please subscribe if you've not. Let me wait for you again. Okay, thank you. Bye guys, and yes, bye. See you in my next video.